obviously the whole tide rises, right? All the ships sail. We help one another by empowering with knowledge, capital, resources, relationships, whatever the case might be, right? So everything that we do revolves around this model. Real estate is a team sport. So this call will be recorded. If you guys end up missing out on any of this information, I can go ahead and share a replay link so you guys have it and you can tune in. But all I'm saying, guys, is pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on in the market and do whatever you can to position yourself to be on the other side of that. We're facing the largest separation in wealth in history, right? Like, the rich are getting richer and they're pulling all the liquidity out of the market. Government-backed companies, right? Like those big corporations, it's all a power play, right? It's all about control. They're not on your side, right? But what I'm saying is, now is the time to take control of your resources, your destiny, leverage your network and find opportunities, right? If you don't take action now, it might be too late. My motto with everything that we do is just this: build a team so strong that you don't know who the boss is, right? I want to raise up a team of winners, right? That real estate is a team sport when it comes down to it. Like, we can't, just like life, relationships, we can't do this alone, right? So the more that we can come together and collaborate, obviously the whole tide rises, right? All the ships sail. We help one another by empowering with knowledge, capital, resources, relationships, whatever the case might be, right? So everything that we do revolves around this model. Real estate is a team sport. Now, partnership portal, this is getting straight into the process, straight into the nitty gritty, so that you guys can navigate everything that we've built on the back end, and you can dial in your marketing so that you can be most efficient in what you're doing, right? So I'm going to share a link with every single one of you. If you don't already have it, those of you that have already tuned in, you have access to it, right? But here's the onboarding process for the retail fund, right? I got a quick 45-minute video for you guys to watch. This video is actually very similar to what we're going through today. Today's just a little bit more long-winded and intimate, where we can ask questions, we can really dive in and, again, equip you guys with the tools that you need to win, right? But if you have not watched this entire call, watching the onboarding video is paramount, right? That's going to be the most important piece to really getting started, understanding the back-end processes so that you can be most effective in what we're doing, right? After you watch the video, right, we got the deal submission link, right? I would recommend saving this submission link in your bookmarks. You can see in my team space, I got the submission link. I have the submission responses, everything on the back end, right? Any deals that turn out should be submitted through this link. Now, the reason that we have all these questions is because this is exactly the information that we need in order to send it and upload it into the system for the funds, right? So obviously your name, your email, phone number. We have all the buy box markets attached so that you have that as a roadmap. You can reverse engineer all these numbers into the marketing. So obviously max purchase price based on market, bed, bath count, and year built, right? Now we have several different funds that we're working with, this fund being in the most markets, but some of the other funds are a little bit more competitive, and I'll get down to the details back in the partnership portal after this. Process is really simple. We take pride in really servicing the dispositions end, right? Not only do we have these big institutional buyers, big hedge fund relationships, our in-house transaction coordinator is in charge of maintaining relations with the sellers, right? Like, obviously, we want you to be in the driver's seat, but we want you to be effective, crushing out, finding deals, locking up contracts, right? With this, we understand that whenever we submit any given deal, right, we're looking at 24 to 48 hours just to get an initial response on an offer. If that offer is not as high as we want and I need to counter, we're looking at possibly 24 to 48 additional hours just to get that offer in the door, right? So in this time, the sellers could be sitting around waiting. Well, I just signed a contract. It's 5 days in, almost a week. I haven't heard from anybody. What's going on, right? Process is simple. It's just, hey, transaction coordinator reaches out. Hey, Mr. Seller, I'm the closing coordinator for the property at 123 Main Street. Just wanted to give you a quick phone call to let you know what to expect moving forward. And I'll keep you updated as soon as we have an inspection date lined up, right? Real simple. We don't mention the companies. We'll reference our wholesaler contact's name, our partner's name, right? But we're not getting in the middle of the deal at all. Basically, it's transaction coordinator servicing the transaction, right? Real professional. Everything is precise and dialed in for a reason. Now, some of you that have submitted the deals pre-contract, we're getting away from that model for the most part. Some of the calls that we've been on with the funds lately, they've brought that up, and they're just trying to cut out, a little bit of that middle ground, right? We can't be submitting deals and then we get an offer spit back. We reach out to our partner, or maybe it's a deal internally, go back to the seller, and they've either signed a contract with somebody else or they decided not to sell, right? At the end of the day, time kills all deals. That simple, right? Time kills all deals. So we need to be aware of that. Strike when the iron is hot. Again, that's why we're here on the back end. That's why we have a full-time underwriter who, if we have questions, you can shoot a text. Hey, I'm looking at this property. I feel like we're real close on the numbers. Can you please put eyes on it to give me the confidence? Let me know where we need to be, right? And we'll work on the back end. I'll even go in and tell you how to negotiate it, right? Hey, here's your angle. Looks like houses are selling in the neighborhood around this range. I would talk to the seller and have this conversation, right? So again, empowering you guys so that you have the knowledge to go out there. For the more advanced wholesalers that are turning and burning, you guys know what you're doing. So once you can grasp the buy box and what that looks like, boom, you just apply that to what you're already doing and it's second nature, right? Real simple.